Well, US President Barack Obama is calling for the revival of American prosperity. The president outlined his economic proposals to Congress during his annual State of the Union message Tuesday night. It was Mr. Obama's first such address since being re-elected. The speech focused mostly on the economy and other domestic issues.
Every year, the President of the United States gets one chance to use the pageantry and prestige of his office to lay out his agenda. As he begins his second term, President Barack Obama took this moment to describe a kind of progressive wish list, calling for a higher minimum wage, universal preschool, immigration reform, laws to limit climate change, and crucially, investment in the economy to create jobs.
It is our unfinished task to make sure that this government works on behalf of the many and not just the few, that it encourages free enterprise, rewards individual initiative, and opens the doors of opportunity to every child across this great nation.
In response to Mr. Obama's economic message, Republicans say higher taxes on the wealthy won't help.
The tax increases and the deficit spending you propose will hurt middle-class families. It will cost them their raises. It will cost them their benefits. It may even cost some of them their jobs.
On foreign affairs, the president indicated a kind of status quo for Syria, Iran, and North Korea. On Afghanistan, he announced that 34,000 U.S. troops will return this year, with the goal of having nearly all U.S. forces out by the end of 2014. And on the controversial drone program that operates outside of declared war zones, the president says that will continue, but with congressional oversight.
Foreign issues were included, but one which got the biggest reaction was the planned pullout from Afghanistan.
Tonight, I can announce that over the next year, another 34,000 American troops will come home from Afghanistan. This drawdown will continue, and by the end of next year, our war in Afghanistan will be over.
But the policy which is likely to become the hallmark of his second term is Obama's determination to introduce gun control. With the families of recent shooting victims in the audience, it was an almost evangelical Obama who called for Congress to act.
Gabby Giffords deserves a vote. The families of Newtown deserve a vote. The families of Aurora deserve a vote. The families of Oak Creek and Tucson and Blacksburg and the countless other communities ripped open by gun violence, they deserve a simple vote.
Obama made the address before a joint session of Congress. He said his first priority is making the country a magnet for new jobs and manufacturing. He said some of those jobs could come through investments in clean energy. He said the extreme weather Americans have seen should remind them that they need to do more to combat climate change. Obama said America will remain the anchor of strong alliances around the world as he outlined threats from abroad. He criticized North Korean leaders a day after they carried out another nuclear test. Obama said Americans face another threat at home. He ran through a list of mass shootings. He said the attack in December at an elementary school in Connecticut has changed the debate over gun control. And he asked Democrats and Republicans to put aside their rivalries that defined his first term in office.
A vote to tighten background checks and ban assault weapons, measures he calls common sense. But they face stiff opposition in Congress.
The challenge now for Barack Obama is to convert the energy of State of the Union nights into real political momentum. And with Congress divided, that won't be easy. But what's very clear is that in the afterglow of victory, this is a president who's more than willing to fight.